Hello, and thank you for tuning in to New Paltz News, your place to find out everything that is going on right here in New Paltz and hear from your peers. I'm your anchor, Jenna Ely, and here are this week's top stories. Through the dramatic readings of the Mohonk Mountain Stage Company, MMSC, the story of a damaged country struggling between acceptance and grief will be brought to life in the Hudson Valley. Selected as the One Book, One New Paltz choice of the State University of New Paltz, Amy Waldman's The Submission is a political novel depicting the controversy that arises when an American-born Muslim wins a post-9/11 competition for a design of a memorial at Ground Zero. Founded in 1994 by New Paltz professor Robert Miller, the MMSC's initial purpose, he said, was to bring a theatrical element to the Hudson Valley. When it first began, Miller said the company was called the Theater for Young Audiences and was rooted in performances geared towards children. An increase in popularity among an older audience, he said, caused the performances to change style. Quote, "The company has shifted from theatrical performances to readings," Miller said. Quote, "We now perform in a reader style without the live action," end quote. Now performing about 4 productions a year, with encore performances during the summer months, Miller said the cast can dedicate more time to each show. The performance of The Submission will feature 10 readers. The core of the group, he said, is comprised of returning actors who have dedicated over a month of preparation for the approaching performance. However, the experience has not been without its difficulties. The actors, he said, have individually selected significant cuttings from Waldman's novel that they hope will deliver the full intended message behind the writing. Miller explained that the pieces of this novel, in particular, will be difficult to perform if the audience does not come with knowledge of it beforehand. The one-book readings, Miller said, are usually received with enthusiasm and attract a crowd eager to see a visual portrayal of the book. In upcoming performances, the MMSC will perform in December a play called After the Revolution, with a cast that involves 2 New Paltz students. The show will be this Friday, November 16th at 8 p.m. in Unison Theater. Tickets are $8 for Unison members, $10 for non-members who reserve in advance, and $2 more at the door. Be sure to check it out. This week, one of the most popular events occurs on campus, Condom Casino. Hosted by the Residence Hall Student Association, Condom Casino was this Thursday in the multi-purpose room of the Student Union building. Hundreds of condoms are given out as chips to gamble in games such as blackjack, roulette, condom pong, and even apples to apples. Quote, "Condom Casino is a great way for the Residence Hall Student Association to promote knowledge and practices of safer sex habits," end quote, said Executive Board member Brendan Wright. Quote, "It's a night full of free food, games, and awesome prizes. Mixing knowledge with pleasure is the best way to learn," end quote. The event will have tables from Planned Parenthood and campus offices to answer questions about safe sex. Candy will be given to those who do not want condoms. Let's go take a look at this successful event.
Condom Casino is really important because it helps educate people on what type of STDs are out there. Most importantly, STDs to not transmit them and make sure people make less mistakes like getting pregnant early on.
Safe sex, because sexual literacy is very important.
I'm here for NRH, which is the National Residence Hall Honorary. We're tabling, you fill out an out of the blue and send it to somebody on campus, and you get a condom in return. We love Condom Casino!
Well, you heard it here first. This is David Soresko from Condom Casino, signing out.
And that is all of your local news for this week. We'll be back with Alexandra with entertainment news after this commercial break.
Over 13 million people are affected by famine, war, and drought in the Horn of Africa.
Make a simple text donation of $10.
But do more than donate. Forward the facts.
Learning how to kickflip 6 stairs takes determination. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
Hello, and welcome to this week's segment of Entertainment News. I'm your anchor, Alexandra Sofin. This past weekend was Blue and Orange Weekend, a weekend with tons of fun activities and performances to go see. One event was on Saturday the 10th. Culture Shock put on their annual dance showcase this year titled Pure Imagination. Let's go take a look. This showcase has been going on for over 10 years on the SUNY New Paltz campus. They had a DJ there this year to get the crowd involved and having fun. Teams from the colleges across New York State also came to compete, along with the Warriors, Knockley New Paltz, and Impacto Sensual from our very own New Paltz. This event is a great time for our clubs and organizations to show off their talent and have a great time. Also this past weekend on Sunday was the STEP team on campus Shades competition. Let's have a look at some of the numbers that went on. This was Shade's second annual STEP competition and was titled Beyond the Beat. There were tons of performances done by New Paltz students as well as some competitors from other universities as well. It was free for everyone and they had a great turnout. And this Saturday, the 17th, is the a cappella showcase at the College Terrace. It begins at 9 p.m. and there are going to be performances by Absolute A Cappella, Mail Call, and the Sexy Pitches. Be sure to check it out. That's all for entertainment news we have for you this week. Let's go hear from Eric with the sports after this commercial break.
My name is Fernanda. I'm the wife of a teacher. Budget cuts affected my husband's salary, so I'm picking up some part-time work. We're doing everything we can to make sure our kids eat today. Tomorrow, I just don't know. Fernanda, how'd I do?
Well, I usually fold the underwear first.
I meant the acting, but good to know.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
At shelters, you'll discover healthy and loving animals just waiting to become a part of your family. Why wait? You can make a difference in the life of an animal. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person and adopt your new best friend today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Hello, New Paltz. I'm your sports anchor, Eric Channon. In sports news, our winter sports teams are off to a great start. In women's sports, women's swimming beat SUNY Oswego 148-95, and women's cross country came in 14th out of 39 teams at the NCAA Division III Atlantic Regional Championships. And in men's sports, men's swimming beat SUNY Oswego 146-116, and cross country came in 21st out of 44 teams. Here are some of the upcoming games. Be sure to check them out. This Friday the 16th at 8 p.m., women's basketball is playing Hartwick College. This Saturday, women's and men's swimming are competing against Vassar College at 1 p.m. And on Tuesday the 20th, men's basketball is playing Mount St. Mary College at 7 p.m. Great job, athletes. Keep up the good work and good luck. And we'll report next week with some more sports scores and upcoming events. Let's go back to Jenna in the studio.
In national news, the country's top medical regulator is preparing to tell Congress that new laws are needed to police large specialty pharmacies like the one at the Center of Deadly Meningitis Outbreak. Testimony released ahead of the first congressional hearing on the incident shows that the Food and Drug Administration Commissioner, Margaret Hamburg, will ask lawmakers to give her agency more authority and funding to oversee compounding pharmacies. She plans to testify before the House Energy and Commerce Committee. About 440 people have been sickened by contaminated steroid shots distributed by New England Compounding Center, and more than 32 deaths have been reported. Congress is meeting to consider new restrictions on compounding pharmacies, which currently operate in legal gray area between state and federal regulation. New Jersey's Supreme Court is hearing arguments on the latest battle in the long-running question of how the state's towns should be required to provide housing affordable to low-income residents. Wednesday's legal challenge is over rules to determine how many homes each municipality is responsible for. Affordable housing advocates say that the state has abandoned its responsibility to come up with rules that will result in housing. Towns say the state should give more freedom to local governments on the matter. The state Supreme Court ruled in a series of landmark decisions in the 1970s that towns had to have policies that gave lower-income people a chance to live there. Carrying out the policies has been controversial ever since. And that is all of your New Paltz news for this week. Come back next week and we'll be discussing even more issues that are going on right here in New Paltz. Thanks for joining us and have a great night, New Paltz.